Hey there guys, welcome back to another episode of J-Hook Fishing. I've got a couple of requests on how that I rig up my high-low rig when I go out crappie fishing. So I'm going to show that real quick, and hopefully it's something you can use. And I've used this rig in several of my crappie fishing videos. I'll link a couple of them coming across the top throughout this, so go check those out. First thing you'll need is a little egg weight, maybe one a little bigger than this. 2 crappie hooks. I just found some old ones laying around just for the purposes of this video. And this works best if you have a 15 to 20 pound line. This is probably 15 that I have on here. But the first thing that you are going to do is you're going to take your egg weight and you're going to slide it up your line, and I leave about 18-24 inches, and then you're going to feed that line back through that egg weight about 2 or 3 more times, because the more and more you fish with it, the tighter that line's gonna get on that egg weight. So you can see right there, it feeds right through. I'm just gonna feed this one through 3 times. You can do 3, you can do 4. Okay, so there we go. So that keeps that egg weight in place. It doesn't slide up, it doesn't slide down, it's there. All right, you can go ahead and tie on the bottom line down here. You can go ahead and tie your first hook on like you would normally do. This would be the low hook. I'm just going to use a Palomar knot, unique New York. Alright, there's the bottom hook. So there it is, probably a little longer than I would like. But then to get the high hook, let out some more line. You're going to take your line and you're going to fold it over on itself like this. Now make sure that when you drag this down, it's not so long that it's below your weight. If it is, then you're going to get tangled up while you're fishing it, which from time to time you probably will. Alright, after you take that, you're going to take an overhand knot. Real simple. Okay, so now this is your high. And take a pair of scissors and you're going to cut that out like this. So now you have 2 lines coming out. Well, just take one of those lines and cut it. And this is the reason why you need to use 15 to 20 pound line, because that little knot right there, if you use any lighter, it's not going to hold your fish. And you need to make sure it's new line as well. Okay? So this is what we have so far. We have the low hook down here coming up to that egg. Right up here we did an overhand knot. We cut the loop, half of the loop out. So we just are left with this. This is now the high one. Take your other hook and tie right there. Another Palomar knot for me. So now, when you're fishing, especially when you're crappie fishing, so now I've got, they could be lower in the water column. On up here, they could be higher in the water column. And from time to time, when you catch two at one time, that's when it really gets fun. But this helps you locate those fish too. Like I said, sometimes they're lower, sometimes they're higher. And you can, sometimes they always bite on the lower hook. You can adjust your cork at the top so you can get right in that strike zone. Now, you will get tangled up from time to time. There are all sorts of tips and tricks that when you go to, you know, as you're carrying all your rods in the boat, what you can do to prevent getting tangled up, like I'm doing right here with this pair of scissors. Some people use like twist ties off of their bread, but this right here has a little hole in the bottom for the first hook, and then up here what I do is I just wrap it around like this and then put it right back in the cork. Okay, so that's how I do my high-low rig. Hopefully all that made sense to you. Hopefully you'll use it, and if you do, hey, send me some pictures in the comment down below. I'd love to see them. Thanks guys for watching, and when you have two hooks, it's real easy to reach the goal, because the goal is one. The goal is always one.